Good day. My name is Tiniam B. Ganesh, and I'm going to put a poser to you. Is time travel possible? Give it a moment's thought. What do you think? Time travel has been a very fascinating subject for a long time. It has occupied the imagination of science fiction writers and philosophers for a long time, and it has been the staple diet of many science fiction writers in many science fiction novels. Now think about this. What if you could travel into your past and choose a different and assume that you make a different choice in your career? What if you could go back in time and choose an alternative education stream? How would you have turned out? Now think, what would be the possibilities of going into the future? What would our future world look like? But there are many people who say that time travel is not possible. The most famous of this is known as the grandfather's paradox, and the paradox goes like this. If time travel was possible, then I can travel back in time and kill my grandfather. If I kill my grandfather, then I would not have been born, which means that I cannot go back in time and kill my grandfather. So if my grandfather lives, then I'm going to be born, which means that I can travel back in time and kill my grandfather. So you see, this is a cyclical paradox. We cannot cyclical paradox. However, there are many others who have said that while time travel is possible, we may be able to travel back in time, but we will not be able to make any event that has already occurred. Now, I'm not going to be talking about this type of time travel. What I'm going to be talking about is a type of time travel which all of us are capable of. A type of time travel that all of us can and should do. What do I mean by this? What if we could travel back into our past? All of us have a rich repository of our past experiences. Why don't we travel back into our past experiences? Look back at some of our failures. Understand what were the reasons, what are the decisions we have taken, and why did we fail, and what can we learn from them. We should also look at the many successes we have had in the past. What made us successful? We should pat ourselves for the successes that we have had in the past and add to our fund of self-esteem. The other type of time travel we need to do is also travel into our future. What if we could go ahead about 3 years ahead in our time and look at what we want our future to be like? Or maybe 5 years ahead. How do you see yourself? What are the steps you need to do now to achieve what you see yourself to be in 5 years? This is something that we can do and we should do. Now at this point, I would like to add a cautionary note. While this type of time travel where we travel into our past to look at our failures and successes to learn from them and into our future to plan ahead, we should avoid going back into our past and identifying our faults and beating ourselves with. We should not try to carp on what has happened in the past. We should let go of the things that didn't work out in the past. Similarly, we should not worry about some event that can occur in the future. We should not be filled with an anxious present because of a possible event in the future. If we avoid these two types of time travel, where we beat ourselves for something of the past and worry about some possible event in the future, then all other types of time travel, where we learn from the past and plan for the future, is very important. So this is something we need to do very often, and this is a type of time travel I would like all of us to practice every now and then. Thank you.